Alright, Lions, so it's currently the 5th of November, and with that we have 5 more stages to tackle for the Gates of Oblivion Senkaimon quest. And with these 5 new quests, we are about to officially hit stage 50. Therefore, technically making this the first tower that goes past stage 50, because as you can see here, next month, we're going to get to stage 55, where we then pick up our last Senkaimon Chad. And I'm kind of curious what they have planned next for the Senkaimon tower, in terms of, are we always going to get Chad from this tower, or eventually, maybe if we ever get to stage 100, are they eventually going to start giving us different characters? Because that would kind of be cool. But with that said, looking at this particular stage, stage 46, in this case, we want to bring a power character with either Sword Killer or Captain Killer. Now, obviously, I think this stage was designed for the new Chad, the 1000-year Blood War Chad, who unfortunately I don't own. So we're going to have to go with a different option here. So I was planning to use someone like Weekend, for example, but you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's bring out Bruno. He is a ranged character, but he does have Sharpshooter, so he is going through that resistance. And I obviously do have him max transcended. It's been a minute since I've actually used him, so let's have some fun with Bruno, who in my opinion is still a really cool character. I mean, this character is like just directly based off the anime that we did get a while back. And it's actually been a minute since we received, any information about Burn the Witch or a new potential round, which I'm sure will happen eventually, just not really sure when. And we're absolutely dominating this quest. I mean, granted, he's max transcended, right? And if I'm being honest, it still kind of feels like surreal that this character's actually in-game. Soul Bomb still goes absolutely hard. In that case, we clear this quest in 8 seconds. 10 Braves or summon tickets? Say less G? I'm actually at a 5-star. Okay. No, never mind. I got paid. Stage 47 wants us to bring a heart character with the no affiliation kill ability and the arguably weakened pause on the floor. This one though is actually a lock stage, so whoever we do use here, we technically can't use again unless we replace them. So obviously it was designed for the new 1000-year Blood War Ichigo, but we're not going to bring him because I want to use him at later stages. I don't think I've used her that much in the last year or two. So we're rocking around 3000 SP, we have the full stam links on, we should be good to go. Alright, so can we position ourselves? Okay, this is going to be a lot slower than I thought. Not a bad kid, though. Honestly, Lottie isn't too bad. She's just a tad bit old for the most part. Well, she only came back a year ago, but, compared to these newer characters, the age is starting to show. But still a fun character. And in my opinion, the Soul Bomb holds up. That's a really cool Soul Bomb. Maybe should have used it against this character now, but it's fine because we do have an SA2 that's a Vortex. Alright, so Alright, so let's redo that. In that case, I think I did too much damage, which is kind of funny because I said she wasn't doing that much. Let's use that SA3 there. And then flash step. There we go. We got away from it. This Uru, despite being a character that released in like 2018, is actually super annoying to go against. If you played Guild Quest, the no affiliation Guild Quest, she's probably like the most annoying boss. But unfortunately, we had to put her and Kon down. That's kind of a cool end pose along with Yuha, Lolly is now sealed and never to be used again, but we did get 10 4 to 5-star accessory tickets. Let's quickly use them. The chance of us getting sun here is low, but let's just go for it. Okay, we got 9. But since we're here, we might as well use these 100 tickets. Kiamon. I'm still missing a few accessories, namely the Mind Tea set. That'd be great to get. We're actually getting sign. Whoa. And we got a speed. Is that new? It's not new. We got 2 in 1 and it was a gold purples. Ew. If that was new though, it would have been really good on the Uryu. But yeah, we already had it, so it's not a big of a deal. But still 2 in 1, we take it. So next up we have stage 48, speed damage times 3 and killer effect times 5. And there are Quincy enemies. So that obviously is for Akon. These new stages normally require you to bring the new characters. Not require you, but encourage you to bring them, right? So in this case, looking at our speed characters with Prince the Killer, we have Ginjo, but I've already used him. He's sealed up. But the killer effect itself isn't that big of a deal, so we don't need to match it really. We can just bring any speed character we want to. And I guess in that case, we're going to bring 7th Anniversary Uryu. And we're using the free God Full Stam links right now. Alright, so this should be a pretty quick stage, despite us not actually having killer. Uryu is actually 2-5 now, recently pulled him from a ticket. But I don't think I gave him the guaranteed criticals. I didn't. So his focus is still level 1. But regardless, we are clearing fast. I mean, it is 7th Anniversary Uryu that we are using. Didn't position myself the best there for that strong attack, but it's fine, because we're going in here. We use our Soul Bomb. And there we go. 27 seconds, 5 skill keys. We take those. Honestly, skill keys I actually like to stack up on, because you never know when you might have a period where you just pull like 5 new characters. And especially these newer characters, they can take up a lot of skill keys. It's like 10 per character nowadays. Next up, we have technique damage times 2, killer effect times 5. So realistically, we can match any of those. They're both offering the same damage increase. But who exactly was this stage designed for? I guess in that case, it would have been designed for the new Rose. Now, if we wanted to have an easy time, we'd bring this Ichigo, but let's actually bring Yamamoto instead. I've recently just pulled him last end of month banner, and I've been wanting him for like the last year or two, so I guess now's a good time to actually use him. Plus, it's kind of good timing because his big moment is about to come up. So this Yamamoto's kind of a fun character, I guess. His kit isn't too bad. Visually, I think he looks great. And it might be too soon saying this, but I do hope we get a new version of this eventually. But we're definitely clear on the slower side here. He's only SP level 1, so it's kind of expected here. But yeah, the double lunge into a full screen isn't too bad, to be fair. His SA2 is actually quite good. And obviously, we're constantly burning people too, even when we don't do damage to them. Defeated those little mobs, and now we're going against Kugo. Not Yama, we're going against Kugo. Alright, so let's actually use a few strong attacks first before we use our Soul Bomb. Now we can... Ooh, actually, pro dodges right there. Let's use the Soul Bomb. Dirty. So that was definitely a slower run, but granted, we are making it harder on ourselves by using a older character to a certain extent, but we're able to beat that. 10 editing brushes, we'll take it. And now we move on to the final stage, stage 50 for this particular month. Captain affiliation only, Soul Reaper damage times 3, and killer effect times 2. We are going against Espadas, so the ideal character here would be the new Mayuri. So out of all our Soul Reaper characters with Espada killer that we could use for the Mind attribute, Sergeant is actually the newest one, so I guess let's take him out. So keep in mind, this is actually a seal stage, so if we do beat this particular quest, we can't use Sergeant again, which is perfectly fine. So we're going to start off using his Soul Bomb. This is a free boss stage, so it doesn't really matter when we use our Soul Bomb, but most importantly, it does give us that extra bit of range, and also weaken their defense, so we're able to get through that stage a bit quicker. Now in Zamaria's case, we want to kind of just play it safe, use our Nat String once. If they use their Nat String, we're actually really good. So let's actually go down here. Hopefully he uses Nats. He doesn't. Let's push him back. Hold on. This might be good. No mind. Dodge. Let's just do the attack. Can we kill? We can't, but we have the pro dodges. Let's go. Well, he does a lot of damage to us. We are taking a lot of damage. 700 per Nat hit. That's crazy. Okay, Yami only has a 3-hit Nat String, so we have to be careful there. Okay, let's do our Nat hits. Again, with the pro dodge, we still have the last ditch. We don't even need the last ditch. Back up. There we go. We use this Nat String. Get behind him, and Yami goes down. Sergeant OP, lads. And unfortunately, he's blocking our tiny little Yuha. But there we go. In 46 seconds, Sergeant is now sealed and never to be used again in this particular Senkaimon. And we've now just received 25 Spirit Orbs. Lovely. And again, a reminder, next month we have 5 more stages to do. Once we beat stage 55 next month, we are going to get our final copy of the Chads. And that's going to bring up the question, what's going to happen next? Are we just going to continue to get Chad dupes, or are they going to introduce a new character? Probably Chad dupes, but it would be really cool eventually later down the line if they do change the Chads to someone else. So for any new player that does start the game, they can still get their Chads by getting to stage 55. That'd be also really cool too. And it would also kind of fix the problem that the current normal Senkaimon towers have, is that there's too many towers and not enough time to do them. It takes you 5 months to get every single Senkaimon character, and if you're a new player, you have to you're always constantly playing catch up for at least a year or two. So if they did make it so the new towers don't offer new characters anymore, and they just offer them in here, I'd actually kind of prefer that. But that's just me. It just overall be better for the new players that start the game late, because they won't be missing out. But with that said, that was a pretty easy month worth of stages. 46 to 50, most of them were straightforward, and we did get rewarded 25 orbs. Next month again, we get Chad, and we get our final copy, which is an additional 75 orbs. So with that said, hope you lads did enjoy the video. In the comments below, let me know what characters you used, and I'll see you lads next month for stage 51 to 55.